let's just get to know each other. We're trying out. I'm Robin Podmore here, president and founder of Inksys. So we've got a few other folks that had signed up. A couple from Australia and two from Texas. But let's just try it out. Here we have Rhiannon. Mark, you're from Vectron. Can you just tell us let's just go around the room and give your name and who you work for and what you hope to get out of this. So are you all able to speak? Yeah, Mark, would you like to introduce yourself, please? Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Robin. My name is Mark Adam. I'm the senior transmission system operator here at Vectron. We're part of the CenterPoint family now. I've been in this role for 13 years. What I want to get out of this is that we've got an aging workforce here, and there's going to be a lot of us retiring, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to replace some of the people that's going to be retiring, and trying to find a pool to where we can pick from to hopefully have some viable candidates, and hopefully this program will help us or allow us to do that.
And I want to thank Mark and Vectron. Vectron have been a long-time user in the Midwest ISO, and thank you, Mark. Your support over the years is very, very much appreciated. And
yeah,
yes,
we enjoy using your product.
So let's see, Ryan, would you like to tell us a little bit about? Well, you'll be talking later, but just give a brief introduction about your background, why you're here. Go ahead, please. Ryan is from Burbank. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Sanderson, and I'm a system operator for the city of Burbank. I got to thank Inksys for going out of their way for me and their program. It was critical for me in order to get my NERC cert, and as soon as I got that, it kind of really started the ball rolling for me. I worked for the city for 11 years now. I've been through 3 different departments. I started as a pipe fitter in the water distribution and construction. I moved my way to substation maintenance and construction with the hopes of becoming an operator. So I can totally relate to this new process for trying to get construction and maintenance guys in the substation into the control room, because there is definitely an overlap. So I hope to provide some insight on my path and what I took and how I got to where I'm at, and I couldn't have done it with Inksys, so I really appreciate it.
Great. And then I think Mark, yes, please just, we have Curtis. Curtis, yeah, also at Burbank. Go ahead, Curtis.
Yeah, hi guys. Curtis Pavard. I've been with the city for almost 15 years, system operations for, I think going on 12 now. And I know we enjoy using the brick. We've seen success with the training program. And obviously we've got, quality, highly trained people like Ryan coming in, a couple others, James and Mike. So we're real happy with the way things have turned out.
And I want to thank City of Burbank. I think you've been working for us since about 2005. Okay, so we're going on 15 years, and you guys are at a small company at the end of 2 very large DC lines. So you have some unique modeling issues to kind of take care of. So thank you so much, guys. So I think we've covered all the utility folks. Let's see what. So let's get started, and then we'll introduce our team as we go on through.
Hey, Robin, you also have a new guest, Rhiannon Parsons.
Yep, I'll get to Rhiannon in a little bit. Okay.
Okay, great. All right, awesome.
All right. So hey, welcome everyone. We're excited about this program. We're calling it the System Operator Pathway Program. The idea is to provide a pathway for utility field workers to come into system operations, and it's all handled through our online training called the Inksys Academy. So let's just give a little introduction. Next slide, please, Dave. So I actually grew up in New Zealand, came to the US in '74, and I love this country. It's the best place, I believe, to start a business and grow a business anywhere. So Calvin, Calvin is the guy that takes care of all the academy. And he's the one that he's the expert at working with different operators and making sure we can capture the knowledge of the field workers, the system operators, and get it online. So Calvin, just give a little introduction, yeah, please. Oh. You want to just describe your background, Calvin?
Here we go. Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, my name is Calvin. I grew up on the East Coast in Florida, but I live in Seattle now on the West Coast. I did 6 years in the Navy on submarines as a machinist mate. I've worked for a few different companies in the power industry, including Westinghouse Nuclear. But then I started with Inksys about 7 years ago, helping develop their online training program. And now we're trying to move on, and this is one step to it, but move on to doing some live webinars to help get people their training and CEHs as they need. So there might be a few hiccups today, but we'll see how it goes.
Thank you. Dave will be handling the presentation. I like to refer to Dave as the guy that started in food service, rose to Master Chief, and took care of logistics for the entire Atlantic Fleet. Okay, so Dave, your dedication to this and the Power for Vets program has just been tremendous. It's been an honor to have you on the team. So Dave, thank you so much. Without you, we would not be here today. So Dave will give a little more background as he takes over. So again, it's an honor. We have Veterans Day coming up. You'll probably know my son did 10 years as a Marine Cobra pilot. He now flies for the Coast Guard, and we have learned so much from watching and from our veterans. So if there's any other veterans on the call, thank you so much. So let's go to the next slide, please. We're really passionate, and I want to just let everyone know that this could not be done without a really amazing partnership with Power Data. Power Data Corporation are the folks that build the software, host it on the cloud, prepare all the databases. I think Ryan is on the call. I think Ryan has built maps for pretty much most of North America. It's just amazing what they've done. So Power Data is Fabiola Robinson is the CEO. Aida, Fabi's sister, Mosier is the operations manager. Aida is presenting at the user group. Aida has and Ryan and Bryce have basically supervised drills, I think, over the last 6 months, where we've had as many as 800 operators simulating their system, all in real time. We're very proud. We did the entire Western United States system for RC West, contracted through California ISO, and all the reviews. We trained the folks in the north, all of California, Mexico, the desert Southwest, and all the reviews were excellent. Everyone said consistently the simulator was solid, and they had a great experience. So our goal, actually, given that field workers are all trusted workers inside of the utility, there's no reason why we can't get you participating in large-scale restoration and emergency drills even before you make that transition. So we are passionate about it. We treat it as a mission-critical operation. The last thing we want is 100 operators all upset because the simulator is down. So we're here really to serve you. My wife Stella's dad, Ian, was a line worker and cable man in New Zealand. Fabiola and Aida's dad was in charge of substations at Puebla, Mexico. They tell stories about, standing in the substations as kids and having their hair stand on end. So we deeply respect the job that every field worker does. They're critical workers, their lives are on the line, And we know you all realize that you have to do the very best job to keep them safe, protect the equipment, and keep the grid running. So thank you. And so this will be a number of meetings. We're finding that we can get a lot of interaction going with Zoom. And so we just want to thank all our utility folks. So I'd like to give, Ryan, just a brief, just Ryan, please just state, your name, your position, and what you hope to get out of this.
So I'm Ryan. Like Robin said earlier, I work with Power Data, so working a lot with the simulator, work a lot with clients. My kind of the main thing I do is customer service, so support for using the simulator, but also for model development, building maps. So I work a lot hand in hand with the trainers to get the information to make their training as realistic as possible, to make sure that the model that operators are training on is what they would actually see in the control room. What I'm joined here today just because I'm really interested in actually seeing this, hearing some of these first-hand accounts, because while I work mainly with trainers, my interaction with actual operators is limited to when I'm actually involved in the drills. So, like the last couple of months, like Robin said, but for the most part, it's just the trainer. So I get the higher vision. I like to actually get in depth and see what you guys have to say.
Thank you. And then Bryce, would you like to, introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm Bryce Robinson. I work at Power Data with Ryan. I'm a project assistant, and I basically just do whatever him and Aida tell me to do, try and fix maps mostly.
Thank you, Bryce. Bryce also has a family connection. He is the son of Mark Robinson that I still remember really clearly when you were born. So Bryce, you've kind of absorbed a lot of really good skills, and recently he basically did the entire restoration plan for Saudi Arabia and barely made a single mistake the whole time. Okay, I think he got a little bit of a set point off. So it's great. Bryce is also trained as an accountant, and it's great to have you working with us, Bryce. Thank you. And then I think we have one other guest. I'd like to introduce Rhiannon Parsons. Rhiannon is actually Rhiannon Podmore. She's my niece from New Zealand, and she has a really good talent for marketing and positioning, and she's been interested to help us. So Rhiannon, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Morning. As Robin said, I'm his niece, Rhiannon, and I run a marketing agency over here in New Zealand. I just wanted to have a look today and see if this was something that we could maybe help Robin with, reach more people and bring people more on board. That's basically it.
Thank you so much. So as we all know, having the marketing is really important. And I love the fact that you all call it the brick in California. So it's we've got a number of great programs, a number of trade names. We've got both Inksys and Power Data that both are equal partners. So just getting the clear message out is important as we go forward. So I think let's see, is there anyone that we hasn't had a chance to introduce themselves? I think we've covered everyone. No one else? Okay, let's move forward with the actual agenda. So we've had the introductions. Dave will give the overview of why and how and what we've introduced. And then we'll have those graduates who've been through the program with a question and answer, and you'll be all be able to participate, and then we'll close out. We should be able to stick to the 1 hour program. So with that, I'll hand it over to Dave Miranda, who is the manager of the Power for Vets program and also the system operator pathway. So please take it away, Dave.
Thank you, Robin. Well, welcome everybody to this first webinar that we've launched off with this new system operator pathway program that we're introducing to the industry. So welcome to everybody for attending. And as Robin said, I'm David Miranda, Power for Vets Program Manager. I also help facilitate with the Academy, with Calvin and Robin with some of the development, not very much in the background. Mostly that's all Calvin and Robin. But I'm normally the first person that you'll probably contact if you're looking for some kind of online training for NERC CE training or this program in particular. So I want to talk to everybody about how this program can help us to work towards a new career path for our field operators. And at the same time, this program actually helps your current system operators as well. So it's kind of like a dual-hatted program that will help both the certified operators that are in the industry as well as those field operators that are looking at moving up into operations and getting certified. This picture here is Timothy Chambers. He's one of our Power for Vets veterans, a Navy nuke electrician. He's in the Navy for 10 years. He went through our Power for Vets training program, got certified, and he currently works for Entergy in Woodland, Texas. So he's just another success story from our training pathway programs that we have that have helped them launch their careers into the industry. Now, the reason why we're doing this pathway program is because we fully understand that the training and the unique experience of our field workers makes them excellent candidates to be system operators, because they're out there in the grind, in the substations, on the lines, and everywhere else. And Ryan Sanderson, who's highlighted here in this picture here, is a prime example of one of our candidates that went through our scholarship program through the Southwest APDA, and he got himself certified, and he's a guest speaker and going to share his experience and his career as well, so that he can get to share with everybody here on how this program has helped him launch his career and move into operations. Now, this also provides the utility field workers the ability to get NERC certified. And it provides certainty, okay? So field workers that want to move into the area of operations, it's very certain that if you go through this training program, this process, you can get certified and move your way into these programs, into operations. And our success stories that we've had since we started the program, both all the programs combined, the folks that have taken the NERC exam, we have a 90% first-time pass rate. And if you look at the reports from NERC, I think the national average in the last several years is about 72%. So we got a pretty high pass rate from our students taking our training courses and passing the exam on the first round. So it's very certain that these utility field workers can do a great job with their experience, background, and knowledge, and go through the training process and get certified and then move into operations. So it's a great thing for the utility companies as well. So it's a concept that is like a pay it forward concept, okay? James Rowland, who's highlighted in this picture, he's also from the city of Burbank. I think he's on duty probably and not able to attend, but he's another prime example as well. So conceptually, here's how the System Operator Pathway program will work. You have system operators that are currently certified that need to obtain NERC CE hours, okay? Our INCSYS Academy has approximately 54.5 OT hours of training, and 19 hours of that training is standards, and 34 hours total is simulation. So we have the new Cascadia model exercises that are highlighted as part of this training program, as well as some PALCO courses. So we have NERC CE training available for utility companies to obtain and purchase from us, and we are going to reduce the price down for the utilities down to $20 per CE. So an $1,800 package is about 90 hours of CE. That's a really good deal. And for every $1,800 of training that you purchase, your utility company is able to provide a free scholarship to a field worker of your choice that you refer to us, so that they can get enrolled in the training programs get certified, and then you can move them up into operations. So James Rowland and all the other candidates that we've highlighted here so far are great examples of the APDA scholarship concept and how they moved up into operations, as well as our veterans that we have who've gone from pretty much Navy experience or Marine experience, Army experience, Air Force experience, straight into the industry as operators running at the desk very quickly. So conceptually, that's how the program kind of works. You purchase some training from us, up to $1,800. You get a free scholarship for one of your field workers that you refer to us, and we'll sign them up. They'll be able to go through the training program. They have 12 months to finish the training. It's all self-paced. They can get it done sooner. They get certified. We make sure that they're certified, and then they're able to move into operations and move up the field. So that's conceptually how the System Operator Pathway program would work. So this is what we're doing. We're providing the 50% discount on any ANCSYS NERC CE courses that we have available for up to 1 year. And we're going to send out this slide presentation to everybody, and all these hyperlinks will take you to these stories. And it's also going to take you to our website, which has all of our NERC CE training courses available that we have that I just talked about. Now, all of the training is we use the Power Simulator as an evaluation and teaching tool, in addition to the lectures and the quizzes that we have. And all the courses involve switching, balancing, transmission operations, emergency operations, contingency analysis, operator communications, and protection. If you want to know more about the outline of the actual pathway course, when you click on this link that we have available on the presentation, it'll take you to our website, and it'll list all the courses with all the modules that we have available, as well as part of this package. And by the way, for those who've gone through the training before, we've added a lot of new stuff into it. So there's a lot of new stuff into this new training course that we're making available for that price. So you're getting a lot more than what you've seen in the past. Now, we've helped over 300 candidates get jobs in the utility industry across 95 different companies all across the United States with the Power for Vets program. And we've gotten a bunch of folks certified. And like I said before, a 90% first-time pass rate. And that's pretty much the overview of the training program itself. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move into the graduate question and answer session. And the invited guest is Ryan Sanderson from the city of Burbank. He's the Southwest APDA Scholarship recipient. And I think he told you guys earlier his career path, where he started off as a pipe fitter. And then Curtis Pavard, who's pretty much the manager and sponsor and mentor for those recipients, is going to be talking. And I think is Michael on here as well? Michael Wildermuth?
No, he is not. He's actually working the desk right now.
Okay, great. Okay.
He's unable to be pulled away.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I thought he had signed up, so okay. So what we'll do is open this question and answer session for both of you. And I just want you to share your knowledge, your experience, and everything, and kind of center the things that you want to talk about around these pretty much 5 or 6 questions. Or if you want to add more, feel free to do so. So I want it to be focused around, could you give us a little bit about your background, which I think most of you have done already? And then how did the training program assist you in your quest to pass the exam, and the support that we provided you? And how has it changed your career since becoming NERC certified? And would you recommend the training program to others? And then as a manager of operations and the mentor, how has the training program helped improve your operations team in the actual control center? So I'll open it up for either Ryan or Curtis to kind of, speak and just let us know your thoughts. So Curtis or Ryan Sanderson, if you guys would like to speak up and then just kind of share these things with us, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. This is Ryan Sanderson. I'll go first. I mean, first I should thank Curtis. You know, I have plenty of times before, but I'll make it official on this, webinar that if it wasn't for Curtis taking me under his wing as my mentor and steering me in the right direction, so probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. And that kind of goes along with your last question as a mentor. He was able to see potential in me, and with our interactions as him as an operator and me as a substation mechanic, electrician, he could kind of gauge my character. And I think that's what, being a mentor and getting the right people into the right program will benefit the operations of the control center. But, so just to summarize, I appreciate Curtis very much for that. About myself, I started with the utility, Burbank Water and Power, as a pipe fitter apprentice. And in terms of position within the utility, it's the ditch digger. It's the one in the mud. It's taking care of main breaks. It's out all night, digging a trench, working with heavy equipment. And it's really, humble beginnings for me. I worked my way through that apprenticeship program, getting certified within the California Department of Water Resources through treatment, operations, and, all kind of with this greater idea in mind in the back of my head. So talking with Curtis, he was able to kind of direct me and kind of give me some insight to going to the substation electrician route. And that put me hands-on with the equipment. And I really believe that this new PATH program that Inksys is trying to do will really satisfy a greater need in the control room, because your substation electricians, maintenance guys, line section, they're the eyes in the field for the operator. If you get a low air alarm on an SF6 breaker, these are the guys who know what that means. These are the guys who know possibly how detrimental that alarm could be to your system. So having this kind of progressive growth of knowledge, if you will, right? So substation electricians look at it from one point of view. Taking this now training program, which I benefited greatly from, the Inksys Academy, really sets your mind into the mind of an operator, right? And my biggest takeaway from the program, the lectures were amazing. The quizzes really prepared me for my NERC exam, but the power simulator was really where it all started to make sense. And, the city of Burbank compared to the PALCO system is kind of different. City of Burbank's pretty small. PALCO's pretty big on a big scale. But using the power simulator, even as an electrician, before I even became an operator, kind of put my perspective on things within the substation and realizing how important they were. So after completing my electrician program, I am a journeyman substation electrician from the state of California through the JAC. Moved right into working hard on the Inksys program with the hopes of passing my NERC cert and becoming a system operator. And, like David said, the pass rate is very well. I did not pass on my first try, but it did not discourage me. I had a lot of support from David as well. He said, hey, if there's anything I can do for you to get you there for your next go around, let me know. I'll keep the simulator, I'll keep the questions and answers open for you so we can keep growing, working toward getting you certified. And, on my second pass, I improved greatly. And I couldn't have done it without Inksys to pass my NERC cert. That's 100%. There's no doubt. So I think I'm kind of answering question 3. The support that I received from Inksys was amazing. David was always in my corner. He would check on me every once in a while because I was a scholarship participant. I needed to make sure that I completed it in a timely manner, and he was always there. Hey, how you doing? Where are you at? Let's get this going. Curtis as well was always on top of me. So, the Inksys support staff as like a family was very helpful for me in my progression. And as soon as I completed my electrician program, it was on the way. I think within about 6 months to a year, I got picked up as a trainee at our power system operations, and my career changed completely. And I don't think that I would be where I'm at right now without the support of INCSYS, support of the APDA and their scholarship program. And I think that this new approach to getting field guys in at the benefit also of CEHs is a great two-prong attack to getting good qualified guys in the control room, as well as also staying up on top of our CEHs, which is a requirement to maintain this incredibly hard NERC cert that we all worked for. And if I'm continuing on with the questions, I've recommended this program to at least 3 people so far, and maybe 4, possibly 5. Chad Brightwell, he's on board. James, he's on board. Mike, he's on. The results speak for themselves. That candidates that come through INCSYS show the determination. And that's a lot of it also is attitude, right? So like David said, this would be a self-guided process, right? You're going to see people who are in it or who are not. And system operations need people who are in it, because this is a very responsible position. So I think I've definitely hit box number 5 or 6, where I've recommended this to almost everyone that I've seen merit with, and they've done extremely well. And the center for Burbank has done very well as well, because we got good quality people in. So yeah, I mean, I've been on the desk for about a year now. My experiences have been all over the place, from an entire system substation outage to a catastrophic transformer fire where we lost, the entire substation, as well as the ring bus supporting it, with fire department en route. And, all of those things, INCSYS and the power simulator do their best to prepare you for. And like I said, I just to summarize, I wouldn't be where I'm at without David's help, and Curtis is my mentor, and INCSYS especially. So I really appreciate everything you guys did for me.
Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. Curtis, if you'd like to chime in now.
Sure, yeah. I won't say too much, but first off, thank you, Ryan, very much. And INCSYS, I just want to thank you again for your support of APDA and all you guys do, offering the scholarship and continually checking up on these people who are the recipients of the scholarship. That's great. As Ryan said, I think the quality of people you get, because not everybody can be a system operator. And I think, it takes a special person. And Ryan is a great example of someone who he came from, as he said, being a ditch digger, and he saw this position up here at the top of the mountain. He's like, I want that. And I think, with the support of this program and people being his mentor, kind of helping him or coaching him along the way, really made a difference. As Ryan said, we've got our past few hires that we've got have all come through the program, and definitely shows. And we're very happy with what we've seen from the program. So thank you again.
Well, thank you, Curtis. Everything both of you just said, we believe exactly in what you just commented on, that not everybody can be a system operator. And who better to know than the mentors and the people that are in the control centers that are looking at who's on their team in their organizations and wanting to say, I think this person would be a great candidate to move up. So this program is kind of designed for those people that that are in the trenches, on the ground level, doing the hard work, knowing the system, working with the teams and communicating. and you're giving them that opportunity and that shot to move up the career pipeline to get up on top of that mountain, as you know, the rest of your candidates have done at the city of Burbank. So your organization is actually a prime example of how you can go out and mentor people, find good candidates within your organization, allow them to have a pathway to achieve success. And as long as we give them options and pathways like this program, it will allow them to get there to that destination, to get at the top of the mountain. So I want to thank all those folks at City of Burbank and the APDAs and all the other veterans that have gone through our training program that are at jobs all across the country, keeping the lights on for the rest of the community in the United States. So with that said, I think we're pretty much done with our graduate question and answer session. And we're going to move on to all of the webinar attendees that are in attendance. If you want to ask some questions and answers for us, this is the time to do it. We're doing pretty good on time. We got about another 18 minutes left. So we'd like to open it up for question and answers from anybody, and then go from there and then close out. So please, one person at a time. You know, if you're not talking, keep your mute button on. That'll be helpful. And we'll just open the floor and allow people to get started. Whoever wants to go first.
Well, Barbara and Billy, we had a round of introductions before you came on. So maybe you would just like to introduce yourselves and tell us what you hope to get out of this, please. So Barbara, could you go first?
Certainly. I'm Barbara Quinones. I'm the director for the electric utility in Homestead, Florida. We're a municipal utility. And I just wanted to get a good understanding of the services that you all offer. We have a control center here, and we've used a variety of different vendors for training our folks so that they are prepared for their NERC exams. And I wanted to see what you all offer. And I also see that this is being recorded, so I'm hopeful that I can catch the first part of the webinar via recording, if that's possible.
Great. We'd love to make it available, Barbara, and thank you. I remember you get involved with our FRCC restoration drills, and it's always occurred to me that you all have to wait a long time for, I think, Florida Power and Light to get a hotline to you, and in the future, there's no reason why you can't black start from your solar systems, all right? So thank you so much, all right? The industries are changing in really good ways, and we appreciate you participating with us in those drills.
Thank you.
And then Billy, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm kind of coming in at the tail end of this whole thing. I'm new to the load dispatch position. I come from the field. I'm a journeyman lineman by trade, and made a transition over here and trying to get this started.
And which organization are you with?
I'm with Barbara Quinones. I'm from the city of Homestead Energy Services.
Earlier on, Ryan Sanderson talked, Mark, about how at Burbank, they continue to be involved in switching, even though they're on the desk. And that's really unique. I've never run across another utility in the US that does that. But to me, that seemed to be a really good thing to do, to keep that tie-in for the field crews. So what do you think of that, Mark?
Does someone have a question for me? I was in the control room here. We got something going on.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, of course you can. That's number one. When we got started, Ryan mentioned that the City of Burbank operators not only run the desks, they actually go out in the field and do switching orders, do switching. So that's very unique. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on whether that made sense to publicize that, to keep their hand and especially as we have a lot of graduates coming in that really haven't had the field time if they didn't come up. You know, for example, our Navy nukes haven't had a lot of time in substations at all. So what can we do to keep the system operators up to date with what happens in the field? Could you share your thoughts on that?
Well, we have a good working relationship with the, you know, the substation personnel that we work with. We have a lot of projects that are going on here with Vectren, and a lot of times, you know, we get the one-line drawings that come in for the projects and the changes in the field, but you know, everything we're looking at is on a flat drawing. So, you know, having a good working relationship with the guys in the field, we can actually get a better understanding of what work is being performed out there, because there's only one person currently that works with us that's a system operator that has field experience. The rest of us, we're all technicians, and there's some engineers and stuff in here that are system operators. So we all have a different perspective of, you know, what actually goes on out there in the field. And having somebody in here that has field experience, they know the capabilities of the equipment. They know the layout of the substation, because like I said, a lot of this, what we look at in here are one-line diagrams, which are, you know, the actual as-built drawings for what the equipment layout looks like, but that's not exactly how it is out there in the field. I mean, you got, you know, buses in different positions, you got lines flowing over the top of buses. You know, the guys that have substation experience, they'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's just not the way it looks on a flat, you know, on a drawing, you know. So having, you know, my ideal candidate of a system operator would be someone that would have some field experience, because once again, they know the capabilities of the equipment. That's, you know, as far as what the equipment can do out in the field, and, you know, bringing them into the control center. I mean, we'll bring them up to speed on how to use the EMS and, you know, some of the other tools that we do here, but just knowing the full capabilities of the equipment, I think that's huge, you know, as far as being a system operator.
Thank you. Hey, Dave, will you back up to the slide, the one that was, I said was Baghdad?
Oh, this one?
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Calvin went off and just found a slide of some system operators, and no one here would realize this. We are actually in a power plant, the South Baghdad power plant in Iraq. That is Chris Mosier, Aida's husband, over in the corner there. These are operators from the Iraq Minister of Energy. We had most of them were Shia. We had one Sunni. They were all amazing. And we're very proud. We were the first vendor to go into Baghdad. We were there from 2008 to 2010. And to me, I tell people, as a kid growing up in New Zealand, I could never have dreamed of the things that I've been able to do in the power industry. It's an honor to serve you all. We need to work to make sure that, you know, over time, every utility has man and woman that reflect, you know, the population of their cities and their countryside. So I just want to say that the power industry, to me, has been really exciting. I never realized, you know, when I was in school, power was these old machines, but as I got into it, it's a brother and a sisterhood. It's very like the military. Everyone is out there to serve. It builds teamwork. You have to have a good integrated team, and I just want to let you know that as with COVID, we're finding that we can bring people together from all over the world. We're honored to be actually working with the folks in Saudi Arabia. We're starting up a project in Australia. And I really want to keep encouraging the sharing of the knowledge, okay? And again, I've learned as a manager, the best thing I can do is get the right group of people together and let you all, go at it and share your knowledge and experience. So Ryan, Curtis, Billy, Barbara, and Mark, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. And I'm sure as we go forward, we'd like to kind of have you come on back and continue to share it, because, it seems like we've got a really good program here. When you roll something out, you're never sure what's going to happen, okay? But the testimonies we've had here today are giving us the encouragement that we are on the right track. So let's just open it up. We want to stay on schedule. We've got another 6 minutes. So, any comments about what we need to keep doing to refine it? We also have the APDA scholarships. The APDAs, I know, are struggling at this time, but please keep involved in the APDA. We're happy to work with classes, with webinar-based APDA meetings to keep that momentum up, because that's a tremendously good association.
Barbara and Billy, this is David from Inksys. If you both want to, after this session's over with, you can give me a ring. I'm on the East Coast. I'm actually a Puerto Rican native, and I got family in Florida, so I'm a Florida resident, but I'm up in Virginia right now. I work on the East Coast, so we're on the same time zone. And since you both came into the middle of the session, we're going to have a recording. We'll share that with everybody once it comes in. We'll share the link to it, and we're probably going to post this on our website as well. But Barbara and Billy, if you guys want to talk to me afterwards, I'm more than open to spend some time with you to talk about services and products that we have to offer for you all down in the city of Homestead, down in Florida.
Okay, thank you, David. I guess if you could just send us your phone number.
Yes, will do. I think when you signed up, you gave us your email, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. I'll send you an email. Well, if you want to write it down, it's 757.
Okay.
237 4083.
Great, I got it. Thank you.
Great. We'd love to talk to you after the session's over, if you got time.
Sure, thank you.
Okay. So I think we're on track for the time. We had an hour set aside for this webinar. And we just want to thank everybody that's attended thus far. Like I said earlier, we're going to go ahead and share the link for the video of the webinar, and then probably post it on our site. And then we would love for everybody to share the good news of the program to anybody, and give us a call if they're looking at any kind of power simulator products and services that we have to offer, any online NERC CE training, and talk about our different Power for Vets programs, our System Operator Pathway program, and NERC certification with simulation training. We'd love for you all to give us a call, send us an email, and talk about what we can offer and provide to the industry.